Now that I've got a glass of wine the size of my head poured, let's get into this month's favorites. If you are new here, hi, my name is Cate and I'm an exclusively pro-choice influencer, which means that I only feature products from brands that are loudly and proudly in support of abortion rights. If you want to check out my pro-choice beauty brand list, that is always a pinned post right at the top of my Instagram account. I have not updated the pro-choice beauty brand list in a few months, and the reason for that is I really just don't have a lot of new brands to add. I think I might have one or two. So once I get a few more on the list, I will definitely update the list. Also, I think another cheers is in order. Clink. Yes, Kamala. Let's go. Guys, I got the hell out of Dodge. Randy and I went up to my friend Michael's lake house last weekend, and it was as idyllic as it always is. I just live my best pool life when I'm there. I'm not a sun person unless I'm by water and like immersed in water. I always wear SPF. In fact, I wore 70 SPF all over my body the entire time, and this is still the tan I got. Enhanced just a little bit by the Fenty body sauce. Has the sauce, it gives your skin that gorgeous blur. So I'm gonna start with some SPF products that you guys need to know about. Now, this was a surprise to me. This is the Innbeauty Project Mineral Sun Glow Broad Spectrum SPF 43. This is UVA, UVB, blue light, and antioxidant protection. This is a lightweight mineral sunscreen that gives your skin a gorgeous glow. I have this in the shade Fair Medium, and this totally works. Like, these shades are really, really stretchable. So even at my palest, and now like when I have a little bit of color, this shade still works for me. I haven't worn a stitch of makeup over this, so I will definitely try to let you guys know how this wears underneath makeup, but I didn't want to wear makeup over this. I basically wore this the entire time I was at the lake house. I definitely used a higher SPF when I was in more direct sun in the pool, but you guys, this gives your skin the most insane filter. So that's what Fair Light looks like. I could not get over how beautiful my skin looked without makeup. I mean, honestly, this is like just the perfect amount of polish to your face. Look at that damn finish. What? It gives you a little bit of blur. I don't want to say there's coverage to this because that's going too far, but it just evens out my skin tone in the most beautiful way. I was actually kind of surprised this was a mineral sunscreen because it's just so damn gorgeous and it doesn't feel like one, it doesn't look like one. This is a run, do not walk. It is so beautiful. Innbeauty, hitting it out of the park, because the other SPF product I have to talk about is from them as well. So this is the Sun Balm SPF 30. This comes in 3 different shades, and I'm only going to feature this one. I actually featured these in a video recently, so I'll link that down below if you guys want to see the swatches of the other shades. This is the shade Pink. It's not a super sheer product. I will say it's definitely more pigmented than I thought it was going to be, which is why I really like the pink shade, because it's nice and light, and I don't need a mirror, and I can just rub it in and smooshy it around and it looks great. This formula is elite. I have a lot of issues with my lips. Like, if I'm in the sun, they'll get really irritated. Sometimes they'll get blistery. Like, it's just a very touch and go situation. This was all I used when I was at the lake house, and it healed my lips. This has squalene, jojoba oil, mango, and shea butter. It is so hydrating, and I feel like lips are just something we don't really think about when we're going out into the sun, but so important, because I'll never forget one summer I went to the beach with my friend and I put on like lip balm all day long. It was like a really shiny, glossy balm. Oh my god, I burned my lips so badly. It was an absolute nightmare. I'm gonna put a little bit on over what I'm already wearing. Also, I love the applicator. I love how it's curved. It hugs your lips when you apply the formula. We already have plans to go back to the lake house in August, and I'm telling you right now, these 2 SPF products are what I'm bringing with me again. I'm keeping it so simple. Moving on to a new release from Saie. This is their Glowy Super Gel Illuminator in the shade Rose Glow. This is what I'm wearing underneath my makeup today, and guys, I am just absolutely in love with this as a primer. This has the most gorgeous slip to it, and it is just an absolute dream applying foundation over this. Like, if I were still doing makeup artistry, this is probably what I would use on my clients. Foundation and concealer glides on top of this. They have 3 shades, and this is my favorite shade. I also like the shade Star Glow. The difference in shades is kind of like splitting hairs, but I still think there's something so beautiful and unique about this shade. It's just special. And I got my hands on one of my favorite foundations of all time. Again, that is the Saie Glowy Super Skin Foundation. I have 2 different shades. The lighter shade is 4, the darker shade is 7, and I mix those right now. That is what I'm wearing on my skin today. And guys, like, I don't know what I've been doing without this foundation. It is just honestly my number one. It just gives me unreal skin. It gives me like true angel skin. And honestly, I was worried that the Glowy Super Gel underneath the Glowy Super Skin Foundation might be too much glow. Not for me, not the case. I used both of these products today and I love how they work together. Drum roll please. I think y'all know what's coming up. I mean, this is like my favorite release of all time. The Rhode Pocket Blushes and the new Peptide Lip Tint shades. Yes, you heard me correctly. This was my favorite makeup launch of all time. I'm not going to get in the weeds about this because I did an entire dedicated video to these blushes and these lip tints. I will link that below. Definitely check that out. These blushes are mind-blowing. They blend out so easily. Anyone could blend these out. The shade range is insane. Today I'm wearing the shade Toasted Teddy on my cheeks and on my eyes and underneath my lash line. A lot of people aren't talking about how these are also incredible cream eyeshadows as well. If you set them down with translucent powder, they're phenomenal. It's kind of giving that nuanced, roasty, toasty, a little bit bronzy, a little bit pinky. Such a beautiful, unique combination for a blush and a really beautiful summer blush. And the thing that needs to be said about the lip tints is not only did they knock it out of the park once again with the shades, this formula is way better than whatever the formula was before. I don't know what they did to change it. I have no clue, but I'm telling you right now, any sort of like grittiness is completely gone. This is a glidey, silky smooth formula now. This is the shade Guava Spritz. I love that shade so much. And no, I will not choose shades for you, okay? Because I cannot. Every single shade is so beautiful in its own right. And the last thing I want to talk about is a fragrance. I never ever talk about fragrance. I have a lot of you guys ask, do a perfume video. Well, it would be super, super short because this is the only perfume I wear right now. This is Jones Rhode Shower. And guys, it literally smells like you got out of a fresh ass shower. And also, might I suggest in the summertime, because we need to feel as fresh as we can on top of wearing deodorant, which I feel like a lot of people are not doing as much of as they should be, okay? The subway gets real rough, yeah. Wear your deodorant, but also wear this. Also a product that I feel like I've heard no one speak about ever. Okay guys, that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I am not drinking enough of this wine. You guys are the best. Please stay safe out there and cheers till next time.